This webinar will discuss some specialized features for analyzing RainDance ThunderBolts panel data with NextGENE software. NextGENE now includes built-in templates to simplify project setup for the analysis of the RainDance ThunderBolts panel data. These templates include recommended settings that are designed specifically for ThunderBolts data, including settings for primer and adapter trimming, alignment and variant calling, and reporting based on bed files for the panel's target regions. These pre-designed templates can also be modified as needed to create custom templates. NextGENE's Autorun Tool can be used to access the ThunderBolts panel templates. You can open the Autorun Tool from the NextGENE Tools menu. Then in Autorun, go to Tool, Job File Editor. The Autorun tool can be used to quickly set up the analysis for multiple samples to be run consecutively. This is done based on a job file, which contains all the parameters for the analysis: sample files, reference file, all settings files. The job file editor can be used to create the job file. Utilizing templates, which include predefined settings files specifically designed for the ThunderBolts panels, saves time in creating this job file. At the top of the job file editor, you can select your template. Templates are available for the RainDance Cancer panel and RainDance Myeloid panel. You can also choose high sensitivity templates to increase the somatic variant detection sensitivity by using a lower minimum allele frequency cutoff, 1% versus 5%. The template includes all the information for the job, except the sample files and reference. Click Load to select the sample files. You can select sample files for multiple samples at once. The samples will be divided into individual jobs in a later step. To align to the whole genome reference, click Preloaded to select the appropriate reference. If you have not yet imported the genome reference, this can be done after clicking Preloaded in the Project Wizard, then clicking Manage References and Import Reference. You can modify the output directory or leave the default location. Then click Group Jobs. The Group Jobs function is used to separate all loaded sample files into individual jobs for each sample. There are different options for grouping files based on a field or range of characters in the file names, or you can select Group by Order. We'll select Group by Order here with a group size of 2 to group together every 2 files, both paired end files for each sample, into a job. Click OK. The job file editor now shows 3 jobs, all containing the same settings. Click Save to save the .ng job file. Click OK to close the job file editor. Next, click the Settings icon. Set the job file detecting directory to the location where the job file was saved. The remaining settings can be left as default. Click OK. Lastly, go to File, Detect, or click the Detect icon to begin. The Autorun tool will check the job file detecting directory for the job file, scan the job file, and add each job to the processing list and begin processing the first job. Processing will be continuously updated in this window as each job is completed and the next job begins. After the analysis is completed, you can review the results in the NextGENE viewer. First, open the viewer by going to File, Open NextGENE Viewer. Then, in the viewer, go to File, Load Project, and click the folder icon to browse to and select the PJT file for the project. This is the NextGENE project file that is automatically generated for each analysis. After the project is loaded in the viewer, you can display the mutation report with the Report Display drop-down options to select to display the report on the right side or bottom of the viewer. The settings used for the mutation report can be viewed or modified by going to Reports, Mutation Report Settings. The settings include options for display and filtering variants. If you wish to make any changes to the report settings, you can save these changes to a new configuration file by clicking Save Settings. The mutation report provides a list of all variants with information for each variant. After reviewing a variant in the report, you can double-click on the variant to view the alignments at that position. Other reports can be accessed from the Reports menu. The Coverage Curve report provides a list of low coverage regions. You can open the settings for this report to load a bed file and set the coverage threshold. The settings included with the RainDance template include several coverage curve outputs utilizing varying coverage thresholds, all including the bed file for the panel regions. As with the mutation report, you can make any changes to these settings, then click Save Settings to save a configuration file for the new settings. With this data, there are no regions listed, so there are no regions where the coverage is below 100 hex. We can also go to File, Target Region Statistics, to view a summary of the coverage information for the target regions. This includes the total number and percentage of reads on target, minimum, maximum, and average coverage values, and percent of the regions of interest that are covered at least the threshold that is specified. Next, we'll take a look at the expression report. The expression report provides specific coverage information for each target region. In the settings for this report, you can define the regions to be reported and can also specify which columns are to be included. The settings included with the RainDance template indicate to report based on amplicons as defined in the bed file loaded with the analysis settings. Again, you can make any changes to these settings, including the display settings, and click Save Settings to save a configuration file for the new settings. Here's an example of the expression report. For each region, coverage values are reported, including the average coverage and the total number of reads aligned to that region. NextGENE Somatic Mutation Comparison Tool could also be used with RainDance panel data. This tool works by comparing a tumor sample with a matched normal as well as a pool of normal samples. More information on this tool can be found in the Somatic Mutation Analysis webinar. The built-in RainDance panel templates are based on settings files that are automatically installed upon the installation of NextGENE. You can go to Process, Options, and the Process tab to view the location of these settings files. The settings files included in the templates include settings for format conversion and adapter trimming, primer trimming, analysis, and report settings. You can also create custom settings files to create a custom Autorun template. A custom settings file for alignment, variant calling, and reporting settings can be created through the Project Wizard. You can open the Project Wizard by going to File, Open Project Wizard. On the alignment page, you can specify settings for alignment and variant calling. On the post-processing page, you can modify which reports are to be saved and the settings for each of these reports. As discussed earlier, the report settings files can be saved through each report's settings dialog in the NextGENE viewer. The Output to Geneticist Assistant option can be used to automatically export the NextGENE results to Geneticist Assistant. Geneticist Assistant is a separate program offered by SoftGenetics that can be used to connect with external databases to help with variant interpretation and to create and maintain your own database of variants, where you can record variant pathogenicities and track how many times a variant has been found in your samples, and where you can also track quality control information for each sample and over time. More information on Geneticist Assistant can be found in the Geneticist Assistant webinar. You can click Save Settings to save all of these settings, the alignment and variant column settings, and the report settings to a single configuration file. Settings for converting to FASTA format, including adapter trimming, and settings for primer trimming can be created in the Format Conversion and Sequence Operation tools, respectively. To create a custom template, you must first save an existing template under a new name to be made available for editing. To do this, click Manage and select Save As, then enter a new template name and click OK. The new template is then selected in the template field. Now you can click Manage and select Edit. The settings fields are now available for editing. You can click Edit Pre-Processing Steps to change the settings files you used for conversion and adapter trimming or for primer trimming. You can click Load under Settings Files for condensation, assembly, alignment to load a new settings file saved from the project wizard. To edit the report settings, keeping the same alignment and variant calling settings, you can click Edit Outputs. Here you can load new settings files for any of the reports, remove reports, or add additional reports. To save the new template with these updated settings, go to Manage and select Save. Your selected settings files will then be saved for the new custom template. Thank you for viewing this webinar. You can visit www.softgenetics.com where you can find additional webinars using the Analysis Corner link, as well as application notes on a variety of topics. For more information on NextGENE, or to receive a trial version, contact us at info@softgenetics.com.